Rise and shine. You're watching WCTV Eyewitness News. The Good Morning Show starts now.
It is 6:31 right now, and this is a live view from our weather stem camera, the weather stem camera at Island View Park East. Looking nice out there. The sun is coming up. Such a beautiful view. Yesterday, Rob, let me tell you, my auntie asked me, she said, "Is it warm outside?" I was like,
she had to ask.
Exactly. I'm like, honey,
she hadn't been out there yet.
Warm is not the word. Warm is not the word. It was something hot. Auntie Tony is going to be another hot one today.
It's going to be another one today. These next 3 or 4 or 5 days are all going to be about the same. Really hot, really humid, really uncomfortable out there, so be ready for it. Now, if you've got stuff to do outdoors, earlier is better because, look, the temperature's not so bad right now, right? 72 in Live Oak and in Tallahassee, Bainbridge 73, Perry we're only at 71. But man, is it ever humid out there, and the air is real thick. We're going to find a bunch of fog across the region for the next hour or so at least. I don't see anything on the radar yet, and it's probably going to take most of the day to bring in those shower opportunities. The Storm Prediction Center, it's got that yellow coloring across most of our area. That's the slight risk category, and that's about the threshold when we go from maybe it could happen to, you know what, there's just enough ingredients out there where the bigger storms are as likely to happen as the bigger storms aren't likely to happen. So we'll put that in about the 50-50 category, and that likely means big storms later. Of course it does when you have temperatures going to get into the middle and upper 90s. Got lots to break down with that full forecast. I'll have it in a few.
So if you had our First Alert weather app downloaded yesterday afternoon during the storms, chances are you were alerted to severe thunderstorm warnings as they rolled through the area. And with that threat again later today, right now is the perfect time to download our app if you haven't done so yet. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now. It's easy. It'll help you download it.
And it's free.
It's free, that's right. And in it, you will find a live radar and hour-by-hour forecast for your exact location.
Good stuff, that app. All right. Top story this morning in the news. The fallen police officer, Christopher Fariello, laid to rest today, killed last week in an overnight crash.
That crash was allegedly caused by 37-year-old Tyrone Cleveland, who is also suspected of shooting 3 of his family members just before he encountered Fariello. As the Tallahassee community, along with the Wilton Manors Police Department in Broward County, Florida, all mourn the loss of Officer Fariello. Today, they'll say their final goodbyes.
Our Jacqueline Harold is joining us live in the studio this morning with more details on the official arrangements set for later this morning. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Lenitra. And yes, a tragic loss for the community and others that knew Officer Fariello. But like you mentioned, today several arrangements have been made to send him off with honor. Now, over the past week, the community has been honoring Fariello for his service by placing flowers at the memorial at TPD's headquarters. Today, a processional will be held, followed by Officer Fariello's funeral at 11 a.m. Many law enforcement officials sharing over the past week that this loss and any loss of an officer is always a harsh reality check when it comes to their line of duty.
Very somber time in our community. It reminds us of the fact that we are mere mortals, doing the very best job that we can.
Wilton Manors Police Chief in Broward County also sharing that despite Fariello not working for the department anymore, his death was a tragic loss for them as well. Now, the processional for Officer Fariello will begin at 9:20 a.m. starting at Governor Square Mall, taking going north on Blairstone Road to West Park Avenue, also going on North Magnolia Drive, and then west on 7th Avenue. It'll continue through South Monroe Street, then west on Jefferson, and ending at the Civic Center. Now, the funeral will begin at 11 a.m. at the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center. Anyone from the community that wishes to pay their respects is invited to go to the Tallahassee Police Department's headquarters to watch the processional pass through 7th Avenue. Rob, Lenitra.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And of course, we'll have complete team coverage throughout the day on all of this.
For sure. All right, now for the first time, we are hearing from one of the victims involved in last week's alleged crime spree. that ended up killing Officer Fariello. In an exclusive interview, 19-year-old Tyena Cleveland speaking to us yesterday after she says her father shot her, her sister, and their mother during a family meeting last Wednesday. Now, she and her 15-year-old sister both released from the hospital, but their mother still there and still has a long way to go.
God would never give us nothing that we can't handle. So, I mean, I am the oldest, so it's a lot of pressure that she can't really handle right now that I have to really take on. But I'm strong, Mama raised me well.
Now, her father, 37-year-old Tyrone Cleveland, was arrested after a short pursuit, but not before crashing into a police cruiser and killing the officer inside. Cleveland seen here at his first appearance on Thursday last week, facing a slew of felony charges, deemed a danger to the community, and is being held without bond.
The time now 6:36. Yesterday's Leon County Commission meeting was held with a noticeably empty seat. This was the first meeting since the death of Commissioner Jimbo Jackson, the Fort Braden School principal, passing away late last month at the age of 55 from long COVID after 6 years serving as District 2. Commissioner Bill Proctor spoke at the meeting on the impact of Jackson's passing.
Across this district, District 2, his loss. We felt family members, and indeed his loss to Leon County School District. I would ask we would pause for a moment of silence before we proceed with reflection and memory of Commissioner Jackson.
The meeting also included a video slideshow memorializing Jackson. He's survived by his wife, 2 daughters, 2 stepsons, and several grandchildren. Later at that meeting, county leaders approving a new plan to help ease homelessness in the area. Commissioners approving funding to support the Leon County Sheriff's Office Homeless Outreach Street Team, otherwise known as HOST. The team will launch next Monday, acting as a boots-on-the-ground law enforcement presence patrolling the population, a force multiplier, and a liaison to the Big Bend continuum of care.
So therefore, even within our departments, we cannot work in a silo. So even with the host deputies going forth in June 20, they also will provide training to our uniform patrol as well. So because 2 deputies can't do it by themselves.
The team will be staffed by 2 full-time deputies. It'll be their job to connect the homeless individuals and families in the county with available housing and social services. Those include mental health counseling, substance abuse programs, veteran assistance programs, and more.
Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
Plenty more hot and humid on the way for today. Like yesterday, those temperatures are probably going to be up over 90 by noontime, spending many hours up over 95 this afternoon, especially if I think these showers happen as late as it looks like they're going to happen. And that's in the lucky spots that are able to get some of the showers and thunderstorms to cool things down. Now this morning, it's encouraging to see numbers back near 70 instead of up near 75 or 76 like they were yesterday. In Quincy and Thomasville, it is 70. Perry's at 71. Tallahassee, Moultrie, Valdosta, we're all at 72 this morning. There isn't a whole lot of wind to stir things up. It's trying a little breeze maybe out of the north or west, but I think for a lot of us it's about that fog and about that humidity this morning. We've got reduced visibility in many locations. Look at Perry, down below 1 mile. In Live Oak, 2 miles. It's 2.5 miles in Bainbridge. It's less than 2 miles at Camilla. So yeah, we've got some fog to deal with now. Most of the showers and storms were gone by midnight last night, and the skies opened up a little bit after that. As we go through our day today, Futurecast wants to get those showers going, but we're missing some of that decaying energy that we had coming in from the north yesterday that got those showers started earlier. So it likely takes a little bit longer to get those showers going today. I still think there will be some, and like yesterday, they can organize a little bit into one of those complexes where they help to sustain themselves and move across the area. Likely still coming in from the north and east towards the south and west, which is also not our typical direction. But we've got some higher pressure off to our south that's going to do its best to limit some of these showers. And that bubble of higher pressure, by the way, is part of the reason why things are getting so hot and humid around here. And I think that's going to be the case for the next few days. Now, shower chances aren't going away over the next couple of days, not when the air is this unstable. but the chances are going to get a little bit lower and a little bit lower as we don't have those additional ingredients, and we're going to be relying solely on the sea breeze and those little bitty pieces of leftover thunderstorms to fire up those showers and storms over the next couple of days. In the tropics, we've got an area here north and west of Panama. It's showing some signs of life and maybe a little bit of organization over the next couple of days as it moves over towards Mexico. It's a possibility that it does organize a little bit better. This is going to be a rain producer in that part of the world. Does not look like it's going to have any impact in our part of the world, and it's right now the only piece of energy we're watching in the tropics. On the Gulf, winds start north, end up west, like 8 to 16, seas like 1 to 3 feet. So not terrible out there for the boaters, just hot, just humid, and some showers and storms much later on, a good likelihood. Patchy fog this morning goes away. A little bit of hazy sunshine starts to give us more clouds much later this afternoon, and probably not until after the temperatures spend several hours in the middle and upper 90s. It's mid-70s tonight. The showers fizzle. It's going to stay muggy, and some of those showers could linger past midnight. Look at those temperatures. They're flirting with 100 the next couple of days and likely going to get there in spots, and that doesn't take into account the extra humidity.